If you're intimidated by the thought of tiling a shower, you should be because it's hard. But with the right tools and enough time watching how-to videos, I think a project like this can be done by DIYers like me. I think one misconception is that you need an expensive wet saw to do any tile work. I actually did this entire shower with a $150 tile cutter from Lowe's and a cordless grinder with a few tile cutting blades. I have a cheap wet saw, but for me that was inefficient because it was outside and I had to go down 2 flights of stairs versus all of the straight cuts being done with the tile cutter in the room next door. And the majority of these tiles are simple straight cuts. Another big help for a rookie tiler is to invest in a leveling system like these cyclone spacers I used. There are a lot of products that effectively do the same thing, but the main idea is to get something that not only spaces your grout lines evenly, but also makes the tiles level to one another and reduces what the professionals call lippage. This isn't necessary, but I used the laser level a lot during this project. It came in handy both during the layout and installation, especially when transitioning from one wall to another. I learned that a small error on one end of the row turns into a large error on the other end if you don't have a good leveling process. A couple more helpful tools that I used are a grinding cone and polishing pads with varying grits. These are both pretty cheap on Amazon, and once I got the hang of how to use them, they really went a long way in giving me a professional, or at least not a complete hack, results. Another tip I found is to get your materials from a flooring or surfaces store instead of the big boxes because in general, the people that work there know a lot more and are probably more helpful when specific questions come up. We have a tile shop and floor and decor near me, and these 2 stores were really helpful in not only getting the products I needed, but also the information as well. When it comes to grouting, I do not recommend using epoxy grout for a first timer like I did for the floor. It turned out okay, but it was a ton of work and has a slightly different color than the rest of the sanded grout I used for the walls, even though I used the same brand and color. For caulking, I recommend using the highest quality you can buy and have it match the grout. I also taped all the seams, which takes a lot longer, but the results were worth it in my opinion.